Good evening on a beautiful Tuesday night. This is your host for the Samurai Media Mainframe Global YouTube channel. Just got back from vacation from watching some Netflix anime and some animated films. I'll start off with the Neon Genesis Evangelion anime, which I have not seen in a long time, and I've been wanting to catch up with the rest since I have watched the first 3 discs on DVD, which was published by ADV Films. And there's a lot of differences in the dialogue as for the ending theme, which is quite surprising because it doesn't have the song of the Fly Me to the Moon theme. Alright, no, it's the Fly Me to the Moon title. And that was kind of surprising. And what the most part was the story to the very end of the series is very interesting and mysterious on how NERV started and who are these other groups, including what is the UN doing and what is the secret organization based on the moon known as CELI, and its involvement with NERV on the Instrumentality Project. It gave some more information on the Evangelions from Unit 0 to the recent one, I think is in the original is Unit 5. EVA Unit 5. So, didn't get a chance to see any of the other Evangelions like the mass production EVA from the end of Evangelion movie, which I was going to plan to see but didn't have time. I was also spending time with family and helping out there too, on vacation. I did see the Megalobox anime that was on Netflix, and I love the storyline and the animation, and how the character is using less mechanical gear for his boxing matches, which is pretty interesting because Gearless Joe is fighting against various opponents, and they're still dependent on mechanical boxing gear, which gives Gearless Joe, who is the main character, a big challenge in every episode to the very end. There's also a Megalobox 2, which I haven't seen, but I do want to see that sequel. I did see the Pacific Rim The Black, which takes place after the second film Uprising. Won't give any spoilers on it, but there's a lot going on which focuses in the continent of Australia, and there's a bunch of survivors located in a hidden place where they were left to survive before the kaiju came in and destroyed, I don't even remember the name of the place. It's more like, say, a survival bunker, and it got tampered with. But the 2 survivors of this apocalyptic environment in Australia, they were left by their parents, who were Jaeger pilots. And somehow something went wrong. So they have to go look for them and pilot a training Jaeger that does not have any weapons because it is a training machine. It doesn't even have any of the special gear. But eventually they do make it to the very end. And they meet a mysterious character that is somewhat helping them, but also helping the kaiju, and has some sort of a connection, a mysterious connection. I also watched the Ultraman sequel, which takes place several years after the original Ultraman makes a final goodbye from the planet of Earth. And the special agency that protects the Earth from various aliens from outer space is still in service. And they have to work with a new set of heroes, as well as some that have not joined and were part of a assassination attempt by a various space organization from outside of Earth. The animation and the storyline fits pretty well with the original series, except that the original is not an animation, it is a live action production. But I can say that the storyline between the original and the Netflix sequel did a pretty good job of connecting the two. I did some more research since now I've become more fond of the Ultraman franchise. As a younger teen, I did watch the Ultraman Tiga show, which aired in the early 2000s and didn't get completed to its final episode airing because of other issues. And I did get some information on that from a friend who is also into Ultraman. After a few years and several months have passed, I finally watched the Reiwa era Godzilla trilogy anime. And humanity in the trilogy films has some sort of a forgive but not forget situation with the King of the Monsters. And somehow it is very tolerable. The ending I will not give a spoiler on because apparently it's somewhat a so-so type of ending. Love the character designs and the ship vessel designs. As for the work that they did for the monsters and the certain environments that took place on the aftermath of the disaster of the kaiju battles all over the planet of Earth in the first movie. So in case there is some opinion about it, I would recommend you watching all three if you haven't watched it. It's still there on Netflix to see, in case they haven't taken it off the service. Well, folks, that is all for tonight. Please do not forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to the Samurai Media Mainframe Global YouTube page. And there is also a Discord server for everyone to join. And don't forget to converse on all the gaming, anime, books, and anything involved with pop culture and Japanese culture. I will see you next time in the next podcast. Have a nice night.